Welcome to this edition of Action Video Game Talk. I am your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today. We do have quite a few bit of news articles to go through. A few of them do involve the passing of Robin Williams, which is no doubt a heartbreaker. Myself, along with some of the guys over at Reploid Productions, we actually got together for a few episodes of Action Video Game Talk. That's a crossover, which I'll be posted one already, but I'll post another one later after this episode. But on the second one is going to be a discussion about Robin Williams. I think before I get into the news articles, I'm going to probably just post a tribute right here in honor of Robin Williams.
Please, don't worry so much. Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth. Life is fleeting. And if you're ever distressed, cast your eyes to the summer sky, when the stars are strung across the velvety night, and when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night into day. Make a wish. Think of me. And make your life spectacular. I know I did.
Meta Knight is returning as a playable fighter in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai made the announcement on Miiverse and revealed the first pictures of Meta Knight from the Wii U version of the frantic fighting game. Veteran hero Meta Knight returns to battle. We didn't forget the battleship Halbert either, Sakurai wrote. In addition, he detailed the updates to Meta Knight's moveset in the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Meta Knight's up special move, Shuttle Loop, changed quite a bit in this game, he wrote. The glide is gone, and the attack slashes opponents twice while spinning in a large loop. This has turned into a highly technical and efficient move. Now, announcing Meta Knight as a fighter for the Super Smash Bros. Game for the Wii U and 3DS isn't that surprising. He was in the Super Smash Bros. Brawl game on the Wii, so he's just being brought back over from that one. But the question is he going to be the last one announced? Because the game is coming out in a few months, isn't it? I think in October? So if he's not the last one, they gotta be approaching the final few fighters, if not maybe one more. Nintendo of Europe revealed that a special edition 3DS XL is planned for this fall, based off of Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS. The red and black console comes with a pre-downloaded copy of Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, Nintendo of Europe announced on Twitter. The limited edition 3DS XL is planned to come out on the same date as the game, October 3rd. There is no price detailed yet for the package. Now, this is another one of those stupid cases where one country gets a special system and nobody else does. Now, a case like this happened one other time with the Disney Magical World. One other country got a special 3DS XL, while here in the US, as far as I know, we only had a stupid pink and white 2DS. There's a huge following for Super Smash Bros. Here in America. We should be getting this 3DS XL bundle, because it will have the Super Smash Bros. Game pre-installed into it. See, that's something that'll sell out within, I guess, 1 or 2 days. Crystal Dynamics dropped some big news at Microsoft's Gamescom press conference. The sequel to the 2013 Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, will be exclusive to Xbox One when it releases on holiday 2015. There is no mention of a timed exclusive, no talk of a PC version, just exclusive to Xbox One. Follow-up statements from Crystal Dynamics indicates permanent exclusivity with Xbox One, and other platforms gain Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris this December. This sounds like a bunch of bullshit right here. I mean, when news first broke of Rise of the Tomb Raider, it didn't say exclusive for Xbox One, let alone any kind of timed exclusive. So to me, I just feel upset over this bit of news. In an interview with Eurogamer, Microsoft Xbox head Phil Spencer confirms what many suspected. Rise of the Tomb Raider will only be exclusive to Xbox One for a duration of time. When asked to clarify the terms of the exclusivity deal Microsoft signed with publisher Square Enix, he said, "I have Tomb Raider shipping next holiday exclusively on Xbox. It is Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I'm not trying to fake everybody out in terms of where this thing is. What they do with the franchise in the long run is not mine. I don't control it. So all I can talk about is the deal I have. I don't know where else Tomb Raider goes." Later he added, "Obviously the deal does have a duration. I didn't buy the IP in perpetuity. So while the game will definitely launch in fall 2015 exclusively on Xbox One, there's a good chance that it will eventually be released on other platforms, including PlayStation 4. Like I said previously, just hearing that the Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be in any way exclusive for the Xbox systems, Xbox One, Xbox 360, is just straight up bullshit. Like I said, when they first announced Rise of the Tomb Raider, it didn't say anything about exclusive to Microsoft. Now, according to this, it's timed exclusive, which hopefully that means it will be coming out for everything later on. But then again, they'll probably figure out some way to maybe do a re-release like they did with the remake of Tomb Raider. They had a Game of the Year edition. At Gamescom 2014, during the Microsoft press conference, it was announced that Fable Legends will be entering its multiplayer beta stage on October 16th. Players will have an opportunity to participate in co-op action role-playing of Fable Legends in the realm of Albion during this stage. Now, I saw a new video trailer that was released around the time of this news, which is probably the one that they used at Gamescom. Now, if that's any indication as far as the beta itself is probably going to have you be able to play as the main villain. Now, once again, I've said this before about Fable Legends. It does look awesome, and I am looking forward to seeing it when it does come out. The problem that I have is that I don't have an Xbox One, so I would not be able to try this game or the beta at all. At Microsoft's Gamescom press conference, the company officially announced a white Xbox One bundled with a digital copy of Insomniac's Sunset Overdrive. The bundle will run $399.99, so you're essentially getting the game free, along with other digital bonuses. The game and bundle will release on October 28th. This bundle was previously rumored, but not confirmed until now. Now, this isn't too much of a shock, considering that this was rumored, but now that's officially confirmed, we have an Xbox One system that comes with a free game. Except the Xbox One is going to be white. So, yeah, this is a great deal overall. I mean, you get a different colored system, you pay the same price, and you get Sunset Overdrive for free. That sounds like a great deal right there. Microsoft has announced that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is getting its own bundle, complete with a custom-designed console, controller, a copy of the game, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. The new bundle will not come with a Kinect 2.0. The console will be available on November 3rd for $499.99, which aligns with the announcement of a DayZ edition. This year we'll see, again, DLC coming first to Xbox platforms. The only thing I can think to say about this is wow. 1 terabyte hard drive, a custom designed console, controller, a copy of the game, and it doesn't come with a new Kinect. All for about $500. That's an awesome deal. The standard system by itself is running about $400. So you're paying $100 more for double the size of the memory, custom design on the system and the controller, and a copy of the game. That's a great deal. And I don't know if this would actually count as getting the DayZ stuff or not. I mean, they could probably include some copies of the DayZ for those picking it up on the 3rd. I'm guessing later on they would just have like standard versions of the game. Coffee Stain Studios is bringing its wacky title, Goat Simulator, to Xbox One. As part of a sizzle reel for ID at Xbox at Microsoft's Gamescom press conference, the game was announced as coming first to console on Xbox One. There are no details as to whether there will be any additional content not found in the current PC version. Really looking forward to bringing Goat Simulator to Xbox One. Also iOS and Android. So many goats! Now, for those of you who don't know, Goat Simulator is one of those funny-ass games where you go around as a goat and just destroy stuff. And it is hilarious. People were wondering when this game was going to be coming to an actual home console. I think, no, it wasn't the last episode, but it was the previous episode that talked about the Surgeon Simulator is out on the PlayStation 4. Well, now it is out on the PlayStation 4. And then I think this coming out on Xbox One is a bit weird. I mean, they could probably come up with something to bring it over to the PlayStation 4 and then maybe like swap. Bring this over to PlayStation 4 and bring the Surgeon Simulator over to Xbox One. But I'm sure a lot of people that have played this game on the PC will probably try and get a hold of it if they got an Xbox One, try it there, see how it feels playing it with a controller, which might be a lot easier for them. Microsoft and 343 Industries have announced that Halo: The Master Chief Collection's bundled Halo 5 Guardians beta will begin on December 29th for 3 weeks until January 18th. The beta will be 4-on-4 with customizable armor, small maps tuned for team size, and even starts with identical loadouts. Some beta content will carry forward to the final release. Additionally, 343 has announced the evolution of Halo Waypoint into the Halo Channel. The Halo Channel is the hub for live-action Halo drama, including Forward Unto Dawn and Halo Nightfall. You'll also be able to check out community content, character bios, and behind-the-scenes content. There's also unlockable rewards and Twitch integration. The game and content can be launched directly from the Halo channel. 343 announced that the leveling system will be identical to Halo 2. 2 reimagined maps were at Gamescom, including the newly announced Sanctuary. One thing that bothers me about this bit of news, they're doing an evolution of the Halo Waypoint into the Halo channel. Now, when I had my 360 and was on the Halo Waypoint, I didn't see any issues with it. I enjoyed it. So I'm guessing there was something that was wrong with it. Or maybe something that was wrong over in Microsoft or 343 that they had to more or less change it up. Them actually giving an actual date as far as the Halo 5 Guardians beta, that's nice. We have December 29th and for 3 weeks until January 18th. Now, that does give a lot of Halo players out there a chance to get on there if they're going to get the Master Chief Collection, test out the beta, test out the multiplayer beta, see what it's like. And of course they're going to go on about the reimagined maps or remastered maps or however way that you want to put it. Sony's long-promised game sharing will finally be live later this year. Starting in autumn, PlayStation Plus members will be able to virtually pass the controller or invite friends into their games cooperatively or competitively. While that might seem like something the PlayStation 4 already allows, there's something different about share play. Your friends don't need to own the games you share with them. They also won't need to download them, which hints that the PlayStation Now architecture will be used for more than game rentals. PlayStation Update 2.0 will also bring YouTube video uploading, a feature for which fans have been asking. We'll hear more about System Software 2.0 and SharePlay closer to release. Now, some of these updates that are supposed to be part of this, System Software update should have been at the launch. And I'm looking specifically at this YouTube video uploading. I mean, it was nice that they have the whole, be able to broadcast on Twitch and be able to save it on Twitch, but having YouTube on there is something that the PlayStation 4 was lacking. And that was hurting it for some of the people who bought the system and still had a PS3 that had the YouTube app on it. But it didn't hurt the sales and stuff like that. It was just, it's just one of those little things that upset some of the people who bought the PS4. I know I'm going to go into detail about the share play. I mean, it's nice that you'll be able to actually share playing a game with some of your friends, and the fact that the friends don't need to own the game is nice. I mean, they were talking about this for the new Far Cry 4, I think, and then there was one other game that I remember this happened with, and that was like Mario Kart on the DS. Gamers have been waiting to be able to jump into their friend's session ever since Sony teased the feature for the PlayStation 4 before launch. At Gamescom, the company announced the Share Play feature, and it looks like there may be certain restrictions. Share Play allows a friend to play along with you or take over the game remotely on your PlayStation 4 if you're a PlayStation Plus member. However, they don't have to be a PlayStation Plus member to own or download the title themselves. The feature is coming via the system's 2.0 update this fall. According to French website Gamesblog FR, Sony Europe's Jim Ryan says that the session lasts an hour, and that competitive share play sessions require that your friend have a PlayStation Plus membership. GameSpot adds that Sony says that the number of individual 60-minute sessions you can host is unlimited. Now on to the share play. Yes, this is something that has been teased before the launch of the system. And there are some, technicalities, restrictions, if you will. PlayStation Plus does take into account on this, but not entirely. Which, is a bit iffy depending on who you are and if you're playing with somebody or if you're hosting. So yes, the play session along with the actual System 2.0 update is coming this fall. Every session can apparently only last an hour. Why? I don't know. Apparently that might be the limit of the ability to share, at least for now. I'm guessing that might be the only reason. I mean, they could probably try and figure it out to make it longer later on. And you can actually host an unlimited amount of times. So for like some of the games on the PlayStation 4, like some Maddens or something like that, you could have, some 60-minute sessions, if it lasts that long, to have like an actual football, baseball, basketball game, which it might not even last that long. Say like games like The Last of Us, or the shooting type games like Destiny or Call of Duty. You might need longer than 60 minutes for a session. At Sony's Gamescom press conference, Bohemia Interactive announced that its PC hit DayZ is coming to PlayStation 4. The permadeath survival horror title will introduce several upgrades to the game's backend when it launches that the developer says it will help the entire DayZ community. everything I keep hearing about this DayZ game is that this is what a true zombie survival horror game should be. They're saying this is what a Walking Dead game should be like. This is what they're saying an actual original, like, Resident Evil style game is like. This is more of a realistic zombie game. With it being heading to PlayStation 4, that will open it up to actual console gamers to give this a try, which will be a great thing. I know I'm looking forward to giving this a try. Blizzard announced that Warlords of Draenor, the next expansion for World of Warcraft, will be hitting on November 13th. The reveal came during a live Steam event hosted on the World of Warcraft site. The event also saw the premiere of the expansion's intro cinematic, a look at the first 5 chapters in Blizzard's animated miniseries, Lords of War, as well as some discussion on the developers about the new features that the expansion will introduce. The new World of Warcraft expansion, Warlords of... if I can ever get this name right, Draenor. Sorry if I got the name wrong, but finally the new expansion for the World of Warcraft has a release date of November 13th. And once again, with every expansion, it opens up new worlds, new places to explore, new actual quests to go through. And of course, like usual, they do also release a new openings, I guess, intro cinematic. But I think every expansion has had an intro cinematic. Now, if I was still playing, I would be looking forward to this. Now, unfortunately, I did quit playing WoW back when the Kung Fu Pandas came out. You know what I'm talking about, the Mists of Pandaria. As soon as that came out, I lost interest in it. And with this, the level cap does go up to 90. I think it's 90. So technically it would be, I think, just one expansion away from hitting 100 as far as the level cap. Sony teased a free PlayStation 4 download called PT. Little did we know that this would turn out to be a stealth reveal of a new Silent Hill project being headed by Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima and filmmaker Guillermo del Toro. Towards the end of the demo, a character turns around to reveal the virtual likeness of Norman Reedus, who is most famous for his role as Daryl Dixon in The Walking Dead. Reedus' first film, coincidentally, was Del Toro's horror flick Mimic. As this happens, the names Hideo Kojima and Del Toro flash across the screen, along with the presumed title Silent Hills. So these two legends, one in filmmaking, another for the Metal Gear Solid series, are coming together to make this new game called Silent Hills. And they're having, what I'm guessing is Norman Reedus, who's famous for being Daryl Dixon in The Walking Dead, to star in it. Now, I know some people have probably tried this PT demo that they put to play on the PlayStation 4, and it is a mindfuck. It is freaky. Some of you will probably try playing in the dark. Others don't. But if you're lucky to actually make it to the end, you'll get this demo. For those of you who get to the end of the demo, you get to see this teaser showing the Norman Reedus character, whatever his name's going to be in this new game. Now, I do like that they're calling it Silent Hills. This is implying that there's going to be maybe multiple Silent Hills that they'd have to go through. Now, reminder, this is going to be a game, not a movie. But considering what they did with the demo of PT, if you take that into account, it's going to be one freaky game. We got a taste of Destiny's multiplayer mode during the beta. During that week, we got a chance to play the control type, but there are more coming when the title launches next month. There's a deathmatch style mode, a type that allows players to revive their allies, a vehicle enhanced mode, and more. Additionally, we've learned that Destiny's first expansion will hit in December. Those who have the limited or ghost editions will get that and one other expansion as part of the package. For those of you who've been watching this stuff, the action video game talks and all the stuff I've been posting on YouTube, even some of the stuff on Facebook, and even over on Twitch, know that I love Destiny. And I'm happy to hear about this stuff. You know, they're having additional deathmatch style modes instead of just the usual capture bases, which was annoying as fuck on the beta. So I am happy to hear that they are going to have the normal deathmatch style modes on it too. It's also learned that Destiny's first expansion will hit in December, and that probably is going to be the Dark Below right here. Which, if you look at the image shown for the Dark Below expansion, is one freaky looking alien. Activision announced that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare pre-orders will come with early game time. The Day Zero edition will be available on November 3rd, complete with double XP and 2 bonus weapons. The Early Game Time edition gives players the AK-12G assault rifle, the Crossbow B2, and a bullet brass exo decoration. Activision has given players a safety net. If the Day Zero edition isn't available at your retailer of choice, you'll be able to get a pre-order refund and voucher for the content that comes in this version. The Day Zero edition will not cost any extra. Additionally, collector's edition copies will be available for early pickup and will come with the early access bonuses. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is due out on November 4th for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PC. The Day Zero edition is available on November 3rd for every platform. Now, no doubt this Day Zero edition of the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is an advantage to the people who want to get the game and get it early. However, it does suck for those people who have to work that extra midnight release for it. Now, me personally, I know how bad it is to have these midnight releases for Call of Duty. I've been through, I think, 3 or 4 of them already. God, they're horrible. And this year, thanks to, I don't know who, if it was like Sledgehammer Games or Activision, whoever the fuck decided to make this, they need to be put through the hell that we did with the midnight releases for Call of Duty. Especially the cleanup after the customers have all left. But yeah, like I said, this is good for people who want to get this game early. And not only that, but I think you can even get the collector's editions early too. And of course, I'm guessing the collector's edition just had the standard game bundled into it. In which case, if they get it, I'm guessing if they get it a day early, it'd probably get like a code printed on the receipt or something for the extra Day Zero stuff. Disney fans are about to receive a heavy dose of nostalgia in the Infinity Toy Box 2.0. Donald Duck, one of the oldest characters in the Disney catalog, is heading to the game this fall. According to Disney, Donald is bringing his signature catchphrases, fiery temper, and special abilities like tossing objects, sweeping up enemies with a broom, and becoming a feathered furry to the new Toy Box mode, where families will be able to use hundreds of Disney and Marvel-themed items, locations, props, vehicles, and characters to create one-of-a-kind adventures. Players will also pick up a new Donald Duck-themed Power Disc called All for One. Look for the figure and the Power Disc in stores this fall. Why did it take these guys so long to bring out Donald Duck? I mean, I know this new set is supposed to be centered on, the Marvel superheroes, the Avengers, and they can bring out some Disney characters from movies and stuff, but I'm kind of disappointed with this. I mean, for those of you who know, Mickey Mouse did get released first, but not a standard Mickey Mouse. It was the Mickey Mouse from the Sorcerer's Apprentice Fantasia. But with this, we're just getting a standard Donald Duck, which, to me, when you say Disney and put in kind of like action figures, The main three of like the old school Disney that I would include would be Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy. That's it. Now, for some dumbass reason, they decided to include a standard Donald Duck into 2.0 version of Disney Infinity, and like the Mickey Mouse figure, it's only going to be useful for the toy box mode, which is bullshit right there. So, concerning their track record, I'm guessing Goofy will be available on the next updated version of Disney Infinity then, considering that they're being assholes about this. When reports of comedian and actor Robin Williams' death began circulating on the web, fans and fellow film stars alike took to social media to pay tribute to his life and legacy. Now, thanks to a successful petition on change.org, the self-professed video game enthusiast will appear in Blizzard's popular MMO World of Warcraft. Petition organizer Jacob Holgate wrote on the petition page that Blizzard employees have resolved to handle the petition's request to aid Williams into the game as a non-playable character tastefully. When questioned about the petition on Twitter, before the goal of 10,000 signatures had been met, World of Warcraft technical game designer Chad Nerving wrote, "Yes, we're taking care of it." Blizzard later confirmed that it would be adding Williams to the game via Twitter. Williams was best known for his comedy performances and his roles in Dead Poets Society and Good Will Hunting, winning an Academy Award for the latter. He was also very open about his passion for gaming, appearing in promotional videos for The Legend of Zelda and discussing his Call of Duty online matches with Jimmy Fallon. Williams was pronounced dead on August 11th. Investigators have declared his death a suicide. He was 63. No doubt, the passing of Robin Williams affected us all. Most of us knew him from his movies like Good Will Hunting, Aladdin, Miss Doubtfire, even the older ones like Awakenings. Then again, some people remember him from his stand-up specials, like what he did with the Comic Relief over the years. To the Robin Williams Live on Broadway, and the more recent one, Robin Williams Weapons of Self-Destruction. And of course, some people actually know that Robin Williams was a gamer. Now, apparently he was into... Now, he did have a love for the Legend of Zelda series, because he named his daughter Zelda. He's been known for the Call of Duty games because he had online matches with Jimmy Fallon. But one thing I didn't know, and some people probably don't know, is that he was a WoW player. So, what this says here that there was a petition made. What it says here is there was a petition made, and Blizzard said that they are taking care of it, that they're going to have a Robin Williams type character in WoW. Now, getting yourself into a video game is an honor. And something like this is no doubt something for the fans of Robin Williams, along with the fans of WoW who know who he is, and who remember him. Following Robin Williams' death, a petition has been gaining supporters who want the actor to be memorialized in the next Legend of Zelda game. The petition on change.org has accrued more than 83,000 supporters as of this writing, and impels Nintendo to include the iconic comedian as an NPC named Robin in the Legend of Zelda title on the Wii U. He won't get to play it, but he'll live on forever in a universe he always loved, the petition page reads. The actor was a fan of the series since 1987, and even named his daughter after the franchise's princess. The father and daughter duo were also recently hired to promote Nintendo's property in a series of ads for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. The new petition surfaced along with a similar one in which World of Warcraft players asked to have Williams included as an NPC in the MMORPG. Another game the actor was frequently fond of, the Petition succeeded. As confirmed when Blizzard Entertainment employees said yes, we're taking care of it. As I stated before, Robin Williams loved the Legend of Zelda series. He named his daughter after the princess, Zelda. And both Robin Williams and his daughter did film some commercials to promote the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D for the 3DS a while back. I love the possibility of Robin Williams being in a Legend of Zelda game. I know there's a few possibilities that I saw online, one of which is like a little pet that Zelda has with her named Robin. In which case there's always a, in one way Robin is always around Zelda. Another thing that I saw was more of a picture. It's apparently Princess Zelda's father, whose face looks like Robin Williams, which I would like to see that. A petition to include some kind of Robin Williams memorial in a future Zelda title has reached over 100,000 signatures, and Nintendo has offered a response. Much like the petition that encouraged Blizzard to include a Robin Williams NPC in World of Warcraft, this petition asks Nintendo to consider creating a Robin Williams NPC in a future Zelda title. It has reached more than 100,000 signatures and reads, Robin was an avid player of video games, with a love of all things Nintendo, and a particular love of all things Legend of Zelda. It is well known that he named his daughter after the series' princess. A representative from Nintendo responded to inquiry from Polygon about the petition and offered the following statement. Robin Williams was loved at Nintendo. Our hearts go out to his entire family, and especially Zelda Williams, who we worked with multiple times. We appreciate the outpouring of support from the gaming community, and hear the request of fans to honor him in a future game. We will not be discussing what might be possible for future games during this difficult time, but we will hold our memories of Robin close. I'm not liking what I'm reading on this thing from Nintendo themselves. I mean, I like the first part of it. Robin Williams was loved at Nintendo. Our hearts go out to his entire family, and especially to Zelda Williams, who we've worked with multiple times. We appreciate the outpouring of support from the gaming community and hear the request of fans to honor him in a future game. Now this is where it looks like they're giving a big old FU to the fans. We will not be discussing what might be possible for future games during this difficult time, but we will hold our memories of Robin close. To me, that just sounds like a big old fuck you to the fans. And that's something Nintendo shouldn't be doing. I mean, they should do what Blizzard has done, and either replied with a yes, or just say no, not some fucked up shit like this. As far as this week's major new releases, we have Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, Tales of Zelda 2 for the PlayStation 3, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, Miami Hotline for PlayStation 4, Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment for the PlayStation Vita. Well, that'll do for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for watching, listening. If you want to, go down below, leave some comments if you want. I will be posting separate clips later on if you want to check those out. Also, Facebook link will be down below too. Until next time, bye.